Yo, what's going on, guys? Mush back at it with another video, here to give you guys a heads up on a brand new Golden Week sale running at our good friends at Green Man Gaming. Ton of good deals. We don't got time to cover all of them, but I do want to highlight 10 deals that I found to be quite good. Check out the deals for yourself. There's a lot of good options on smaller games, bigger games, and everything in between. And there's a lot of deals running right now at GMG. On top of the Golden Week sale, you've got some publisher sales running right now. And obviously, as always, there are big deals on upcoming titles as well. So a lot of options, all things considered. So we'll get to all of that, but let's talk the Golden Week sale and some of the titles that are discounted as a part of that. Mafia Trilogy, 78% off for $13.05. This is a great collection: Mafia Definitive Edition, Mafia 2 Definitive Edition, and Mafia 3, with Mafia the Old Country, I believe it's called, coming out next year. Now would be a good time to check out all the Mafia games, and they're high-quality games regardless if there's a new title coming out next year or not. Mafia Definitive Edition is a great ground-up remake of Mafia 1. I think the game is done really well. Still shows its age a little bit from a gameplay standpoint. Mafia 2 isn't anything that big of a refinement, but Mafia 2 is really good. Mafia 3 is the one game that a lot of people had issues with. It's still fairly good and worthwhile to go through. It just has some shortcomings with its open world game design, but $13.05 for all three games is great. Next up, another franchise that's relevant to an upcoming release. We've got the S.T.A.L.K.E.R bundle. S.T.A.L.K.E.R Call of Pripyat, S.T.A.L.K.E.R Clear Sky, and S.T.A.L.K.E.R Shadow of Chernobyl. S.T.A.L.K.E.R 2 is coming out in November. Quite the tumultuous road, understandably so, for the development of S.T.A.L.K.E.R 2. Hopefully the game turns out well, but you know, it'll be nice to finally see that out in November. But circling back to the S.T.A.L.K.E.R bundle, these are three games that came out earlier on in kind of PC gaming not exploding. But when I was getting into PC gaming, S.T.A.L.K.E.R was one of those franchises that I gravitated towards. And I was like, man, this is totally like my style of game. Like back in this era, PC was really known for, you know, a lot of the games that were designed completely. A lot of the games that were like real-time strategy games, MMO, genres that I wasn't crazy about, but S.T.A.L.K.E.R, a first-person atmospheric FPS, totally up my alley. Now, these games do show their age for sure. They don't hold your hand that much, and definitely can get a little bit challenging. But if you like that post-apocalyptic setting, you'll absolutely love the S.T.A.L.K.E.R titles. I just hope with S.T.A.L.K.E.R 2 coming out, you know, as long as it's a refinement of what made S.T.A.L.K.E.R S.T.A.L.K.E.R, and it has the heart of S.T.A.L.K.E.R, but also makes it more accessible to a lot more people, I think it'll be really, really good. But the S.T.A.L.K.E.R bundle, $8 on that, quite good there. Next up, Until Then, 44% off for $11.19. This is a game that came out earlier this year, back in June, and it didn't get a lot of buzz. However, if you are remotely into narrative-driven titles, emotional games, games that, you know, tug at the heartstrings quite a bit, I think Until Then will be a game that you really enjoy. For $11.19, it's still fairly expensive given that, you know, the game just came out like 3 months ago. I think it's well worth it, and look at the Steam reviews for it. It's got an overwhelmingly positive reception for a reason, and if you're remotely into, again, narrative-driven games that are more emotionally impactful, I think you're really going to enjoy this. Tackles some very important themes of life, I would say, and $11.19, again, I think that's a pretty good deal. Next up, we have Sniper Elite 4, 92% off for $4.68. I wanted to give Sniper Elite 4 a shout. Now, Sniper Elite 5 is on sale, but it's over $10, so if you haven't played Sniper Elite, go check out Sniper Elite 4. Really gruesome game, and that's kind of been one of the more alluring factors of Sniper Elite 4, but rewarding gameplay. The design of the game is really good. Visually, still looks very good, even being almost 8 years old at this point. But yeah, for $4.68, really good deal on that. Next up, we got Shadow Tactics Blades of the Shogun, 90% off for $3.80. Great deal on Shadow Tactics Blades of the Shogun. Really good deal on Shadow Tactics Blades of the Shogun, a tactics game that I thought was really well done. This studio, Mimimi Games, is incredibly talented, and unfortunately their story paints the harsh realities of game development where you could put out really good games and they could just not resonate at a commercial level, and ultimately you gotta shut down and not continue to do games. They also did Desperados 3 as well as Shadow Gambit, The Cursed Crew. Shadow Tactics Blades of the Shogun has a great setting as well. I know that you know, Edo period Japan setting is getting quite a lot of attention these days, so check out Shadow Tactics Blades of the Shogun. Again, sub $4 for that. Great pickup there. Next up, Fell-Seal, Arbiter's Mark, and the Missions and Monsters DLC is $6.50 if you want both the base game and the DLC. You can get the base game as well for $5.04. Fell-Seal Arbiter's Mark will often be compared to Final Fantasy Tactics. If you want an engaging tactics style, you know, akin to a JRPG, Fell-Seal Arbiter's Mark will be right up your alley. The visual style is the total throwback, and for this price point, I think it's a really good deal, so definitely give that a look. Next up, we got State of Mind, 90% off for $1.90. Now, this game, I think, from a visual standpoint, is so unique that I always want to give it a mention. It's definitely not worth, like, the full $20, but when you get it for sub $2, I'd like to give it a shout. The game explores a lot of different topics and themes, and I think it's fairly well done. This is a game that you're going into it for the atmosphere, the narrative, and it does those elements rather well. If you're into sci-fi stories, $1.90 for this I do think is pretty decent, so give that a look. Next up, XCOM 2 The Collection, 93% off for $6.96. I often say, not the biggest fan of tactics titles. Shadow Tactics Blades of the Shogun is what I enjoyed, but the game that really gave tactics games a shot in my eyes, at least this style of tactics game, was XCOM Enemy Unknown, and I really enjoyed that game, and I thought XCOM 2 was really good as well, aside from the PC performance issues that plagued it at launch. It's a really, really rewarding tactics title. This collection includes War of the Chosen as well, which is a sizable extension of the game, and it has some other DLC content as well. For sub $7 is a great deal. Definitely check it out, even if you're not super into tactics games, going to be one you enjoy. Hogwarts Legacy, we mentioned it yesterday, but thought it would be worth reiterating. 74% off for $15.30. I really enjoyed Hogwarts Legacy, and that's coming for somebody that just went into this game looking for a quality open-world action RPG, and I thought from that standpoint, it really knocked it out of the park. Solid visuals. Narratively, didn't do anything for me, but if you enjoy Harry Potter, maybe you'll enjoy it a little bit more. But I thought the gameplay with all the different magical abilities was really well done. For $15.30, it's a great price. It was one game that was holding up in price for quite a while, and understandably so. Like, it's a Harry Potter RPG that's gonna still have a lot of interest, but yeah, now for $15 and change, great pickup there. And then lastly, want to give a shout to Triangle Strategy by Square Enix, 67% off for $19.68. HD 2D game, really well done strategy JRPG. Pretty good story there as well if you like the HD 2D style. Gonna be one that you enjoy quite a bit, and for sub $20, think this is a pretty good deal. Lengthier game, obviously, is a Square Enix JRPG, but not overwhelming in that regard either. But yeah, check that out if you're looking for a strategy JRPG. But that'll do it for me. Again, a lot of great deals available. Links to all of these deals in the description box below. And as always, this is just scratching the surface as far as all of the deals available. And if you do end up buying anything, your boy does get a bit of an affiliate kickback, and that is much appreciated. That's going to do it for me. Let me know all of your thoughts in the comments section down below. As always, guys, thanks for watching, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.
Hey, what's going on, guys? Mush here again. Hope you enjoyed the video. As you guys might know, YouTube's notification system is sometimes a little bit wonky, even if you're subscribed to the channel. Maybe you're not abundantly aware that I uploaded a video. To remedy that situation, make sure you hit the bell notification button. This way, whenever I upload a new video, and I try to upload as consistently as possible, you will be notified directly of the upload, and you can watch it as soon as it goes live. I would really appreciate if you guys hit that button so you can stay up to date with all of the content I'm posting. But as always, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.